Hi, I'm Nikki Moran, also known as Mrs. Meerkat.
I'm Mr. Meerkat, also known, or Michael Moran, also known as Mr. Meerkat.
We're here at Mr. Meerkat's Market, located in downtown Phoenix. It's a little shop inside our home, actually, where we just were able to showcase some of our jewelry and art and some of our friends' art. So it's basically a downtown Phoenix art gallery that we also use as our studio to make all of our jewelry as well. So like this big piece right over here is Andy Adele, a local artist who kind of specializes in this resin style art. Actually, this piece right on the other side here is also one of his. A couple of his smaller pieces around here too, and then the other artist that we have a lot of is Daniel Deva. He's a local artist as well. He's the one that did this painting. He actually just brought us this painting before he went out of town for a couple weeks, so we're kind of holding it for him, but we're pretty grateful to have it in our shop because it's beautiful. I think he did this one as well. I think this one was his. And then some of these other pieces here, another artist, his name is Tate. I think his handle is You Enjoy Myself on Instagram. I don't know his last name. He has a lot of these cool kind of alcohol ink paintings. This one here is David Morgan, awesome local artist. This one's a print actually, but he does paintings. He does a lot of local big murals. I've seen him do a lot lately.
Yeah, really good artist.
Really good artist, yeah. We've been really fortunate to be friends with a lot of people who make art, so we just kind of showcase their stuff. Like over here in this side, that kind of dreamy cloud picture is Daniel. The one down below, the purple picture is Daniel. So a lot of those three main artists. Oh, and then we have like some dream catchers here that we have from our friend Mary. Love is the answer on Instagram. So whatever we kind of find that we like, we just try to have here in the shop.
About 10 years ago, I was like working like a corporate job and just wasn't really like happy with it. I wasn't really like happy with the direction of my life. I had like been making music for so long and then kind of realized that I didn't want to do that anymore for like a job, and just kind of transitioned. I just knew that I wanted to run my own business and be self-sufficient, and then just started working for people that own like small businesses. Started doing part-time work for people that had owned businesses and kind of mentoring other, like my friend Greg who owns Buds. He kind of mentored me in like running a small business, and I was like helping him manage the place. And then just slowly like being around like a lot of glass blowers and stuff, I got really interested in glass blowing, but didn't really have the resources to do something like that. And then going to Gem and Jam, I just saw all this wire wrap stuff going on, and I was like, wow, I really like this. And I wasn't doing anything creative. Like kind of during the whole process, I realized how important it was for me to be creative. Like I always thought like I just made music and that's the only kind of creative thing that I did. And I didn't realize I could like do other kinds of art. So like when I got into this, it was just kind of, I needed something to be creative and to express myself. These are my heart pendants. They have like a little bead on the top, and I've been doing these a lot. It's kind of like one of kind of newer designs that I came up with. And how this is done is, I'll show you in copper, but same thing as you cut 5 different pieces of copper. You want to kind of cut them a little bit longer than you need. That way you have a little bit extra. It helps out for when you do the bail part. This is 20 gauge right here. So you use different gauges of wire. And a lot of times when people first start out wire wrapping, they go around the wire and not through the wire. And if you do that, what happens is the wire will get kind of like, it'll move because it's not weaved into it. So helps if you, now this is 24 gauge copper. Oop. And so what you do is you learn a weave, and some people do a tighter weave. I tend to do like a little bit bigger a weave where I do 5 little weaves in between. So you go like that. And then you're going to go over to the next one. You basically keep doing that, and you'll create this weave pattern. Kind of tighten them there. And basically what you'll end up doing is create this pattern. So once you get the weave to about, as far as you want it, You're going to come around the stone like that with the weave. And then with the extra little part, you'll put the bead on the very top. It's a cool thing about wire. It's like no matter what style you end up learning, you end up kind of like doing it your own way eventually, you know? And my style is kind of like, I don't learn that as much from other people. I just kind of try to do my own thing and just do it over and over and over until I can like kind of create a style that's more my own. It takes longer that way. Like it's easier to learn from books and to learn from other people, but if you like keep at it, eventually you create your own style of doing it.
We've been together for 13 and a half years. We met in San Diego working as security officers, or parking lot attendants rather, in Balboa Park, and just kind of hit it off. We were just started working there together, and that was in San Diego, and been together ever since. And we had a whole life in San Diego, and I never thought we'd be back here. I never thought he'd come with me over here to Phoenix, but as you can imagine, it's not easy to have a lot of things in San Diego, and I guess I wanted more or something, and didn't want to have a roommate, so I said let's just try to go back to Arizona. And now it was 6 years ago, so we've been back here for about 6 years. Mm-hmm. And then being back here has allowed us just to have a lot more freedom than we did in San Diego. And so we were able to get a good job and get married, have enough money to pay for a wedding. And so we got married. This will be 5 years this year in October. Yeah, so that's what we've been doing for a long time. Yeah. So if you want to check us out, we are very active on our Instagram. Our handle is Mr. Meerkat's Market, all one word, MrMeerkatsMarket. And that's the same handle that we have on TikTok. We're on the TikTok. We make some TikTok stuff. We did just start up an Etsy page. And actually, if you go to MrMeerkatsMarket.com, it will take you directly to our Etsy page. So it's got a few things on there, but we just started it, so we're in the process of adding more and more stuff to it, but that's a good place. And we are on Facebook. Not as active on there. We definitely like using Instagram and TikTok more, but those are the best places to find us. Instagram and then MrMeerkatsMarket.com.